opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Outdoors People with me, C.W. Getz, and her, Maya Marzaki. Good evening. It's Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. We have a chilly 58 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny, but chilly, 15 degrees Celsius temperature here in north central Illinois. What you got down there in Brazil, Maya?
Well, nice, beautiful, and warm like always, with 25 degrees Celsius. And it means for you guys in United States, 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
So jealous. We're supposed to get like 80 degrees, I think, Saturday. I think it is Saturday or Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Well,
I'll be out there
for you.
I'll be out there in the bikini mowing my lawn. You know how that goes. And it's looking like the Amazon jungle right now. So very, very long.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, congratulate me. I turned 39 years old yesterday.
Yes, I was going to say that. That's so cool. You are older.
Yeah, nobody's buying 39. I mean, it's funny.
That's a good age.
It is. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to milk this one, But I was I actually told the server. My cousin Gary and I went out last night for dinner. We call it supper here. Supper here in the country, And my dad went with us. And the server, who was all of 18 years old, I told her my real age, and she goes, "No way, you don't look your age." And I'm like, "Wow, just made my night. Thank you so much, dear." But then in about a moment later, she told us her mom was in a band because Gary asked, "Well, hey, what's your name?" And she told her, and I know. And we said, "Well, you know the band Van Halen then, right?" And she said, "No, she has no clue who Van Halen." At that moment, I felt older than Moses.
Oh my gosh, don't feel old because she is in another world. She's living in a shoebox and she doesn't know nothing about good music and artists in general. Yeah. Because I know when hell,
yeah. I told Marielle that today on the phone, and she said, yeah. He goes, "Oh wow." I guess I don't know, but she's a charming young lady. Just that just made me feel old, though. So what are you gonna do? Oh yeah. 39. Well, 39. Any news down there in Brazil for us? Anything special happening? Anything in Brazil that you'd like to, bring to our attention?
Yes, of course. Always such an amazing place, right? So much to see and to know. So the last weekend, I went to a mountain trip because the mountain season just started.
Nice.
And we went to the first national park in Brazil. Beautiful. And it is so, so beautiful, so beautiful. And talking about that, by the way, guys, if you want to travel to Brazil and you don't know how and where to go, just let me know. Because I just started business to bring people to Brazil. So whatever you like to do, like outdoors or I don't know, like restaurants, we have the best places. And if you don't know how to even start, message me and I will show Brazil through my eyes.
That's awesome. and what's the name of this new company this adventure company that you started?
Brazil Outdoor Adventure.
There you go, man. An excellent
BOA.
name. Yeah, there you go. The acronym BOA. What a cool, I love the whole program. Yeah.
And in Portuguese, it's mean like good, cool. So I love it.
There you go. I love that. That's very clever. And you do, it's all sports. Anything, kayaking, canoeing, climbing,
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, so it's
I mean, we have everything here,
thank you.
and we have like the best places to do all types of outdoors sports and indoor as well, but outdoors, but much better, right? So we have everything. So whatever you are looking for your next adventure in Brazil, just let me know. I'm here.
And they can find you where? On Instagram at
Yeah. Am I at or my personal account or the new account I just
your
created
business account.
for the
Yep.
business?
Yeah.
Brazil Outdoor Adventure.
There you go. There you go. We've successfully got that plug in there. I wanted to do that before we forgot. Very good. Well,
Thank you. That's nice of you.
yeah. Well, let's meet tonight's guest, shall we? 42-year-old Peruvian business consultant and entrepreneur Martin Guerra, a.k.a. Martin Sandsnow, now makes his home in St. Gallen, Switzerland. In 2012, Martin founded the company Sandboarding Peru with the idea of professionalizing not only the sport of boarding on the sand, but also to develop the professional concept of the name sandboarding. In 2014, he co-founded the International Sandboarding and Sandski Association with the mission of promoting and developing sandboarding and sandskiing internationally. The next big event will be the European Sandboarding Championship held in Germany from July 11th through July 14th. Martin is currently working on several projects that involve sand dunes, as well as continuing efforts towards strengthening bilateral relations between two regions, each on different continents.
Hello. Do you know about sandboarding and sandski? Yes, look like snowboarding and ski, but on the sand dune. My name is Martin Guerra. I am from Peru, but I live in Switzerland. And I will be very, very happy to tell you more how this sport changed my life and how this amazing sport is growing around the world in many countries. Community, competitions, and the most important is how this sport is growing in the industry to change more life for the future generation who is involving to growing more professional this sport. So, if you want to know more about this sport, this new trend Sandsnow, I will be very happy to tell you more about that.
And with that, welcome to the show, Martin.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing?
Hi, welcome. I love those videos. So cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You.
You're coming to us tonight from Switzerland, am I right? Switzerland, not Peru, but Switzerland. Yeah.
I am in Switzerland now.
There you
Yeah. And in 2 weeks, I go to Peru.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
That's cool. I'm kind of jealous. I want to go so bad to Peru, and it is so close by. So I hope I can make it as soon as possible. But well, first, let's have you explain the difference between sandboarding and sandskiing.
Okay, first, thank you for the invitation. The idea is to have in our mind for this interview. The idea is to understand the relation between snowboarding and ski. Imagine snowboarding and ski. That is the big difference is the surface, sand dunes and snow mountain. So sandboarding, we ride with the sandboard like this. That is sandboard. That is snowboard. But it's the same. Only the surface we need to try to find is another environment, no? Yeah, that is the difference. Ski is like a board for 2 feet in your legs, but sandboarding is like snowboarding.
Yeah. It feels different, I'm sure. I mean, it's just not the same as being on snow being a little, I don't know, or is it about the same? Is it similar feeling, snow between snow and ice, or snow?
I'm sure you get dirtier for sure.
Yeah.
No kidding.
But is one more slick than the other, Martin?
Yeah, sandboarding. Yeah, the that is because home start the trend Sandsnow, because it's very similar. People who want to try the experience on snowboarding, on ski, on the sand dunes, they can try in one day with the same methodology or the same technical, but with professional people or local people who want to give you to introduce to the sport is more easy. For example, my first time in the snow was very easy, not easy, but was simple. Not was so much difficult than other people who try snowboarding the first time.
Yeah. You know, it's less than 2 years ago. I'd never even heard of sandboarding or sand skiing. You know, how and when did you get into each one of these?
Yeah, I like adventure sport, adventure trips. So in 2007, I take the decision to travel outside of Lima because I am from Lima. And in this situation was a little chaotic life, chaotic situation in my life, and I want to go out to take like a medicine with adventure sport or adventure trip. So that is the reason, because I travel 4 hours to the south to Lima. I was looking in internet what is possible to do, and I found the sport on the board, riding on the dunes. I don't need what is that. So only I try to go to the place and to know exactly what is this sport. That is how I start my adventure with sandboarding. I tried to go to this place every weekend, but that was not possible because I was in no good situation of my life. But after to know the sandboarding, more people, when I go back to Lima from my study or my work, the people asking me, "Hey Martin, when we can go with you to try to live this experience?" That is home. I started to go more frequent to Huacachina. Huacachina is the place 4 hours from in the south of Lima. So that is how I start my lifestyle with sandboarding.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah, that's very cool. I saw that here in Brazil because we have up north and down the south in front of the beach. But I really didn't know that it was like a real sport and a big thing. I really thought that it was just, like a tourism thing to have fun. So that's cool to see like the sports growing and becoming such a big thing. Like you are going to German now. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
What type of boards were you using when you first started?
Yeah, that is an important question for me in every, because it's like to go back to the for my history, how I started the sport, because I am lucky because I started with riding with a table, like a simple table with the straps, nothing professional. That is how I understand home is the sport now, because we are using like snowboarding with technology, different size, different shape of snowboard or sandboards. And that is home can explain to the future generation what opportunities they have now, exactly now, to try to grow in the sport more professional, or try to use the sport to change life too. I ride with a table with a table.
So like with an ironing board, maybe, right?
Sorry?
I said it was kind of like with an ironing board. You're going down the sand dunes, right?
Yeah.
Compared to
Very,
the
very
equipment you
fun.
have now, yeah, because it's really nice.
Yeah, and one my dream before, when I started to learn the sport, my dream was to have this board, a simple board with the straps, and this board was, maybe the cost was $25. Yeah, and this time was a little, not so much, but for my situation was so much.
Well, how do these sandboards differ now from the sandboards? How do they differ from snowboards, I should say? And how do do sandboards wear out quickly since like sand is abrasive, or is it not what I would think?
Yeah, for example, just I have here a snowboard.
Oh, cool.
That is a snowboard, a real snowboard.
We like it when people bring props to the show so we can see exactly what we're talking about. I love this, right? Yeah, very cool.
That is a real snowboard. I use that in Germany because in Germany is another sand, is a mineral, very big. It's not really very fine. The sand is not very small. For example, when I ride on Germany,
wow,
that is home.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, that German snow is rough. I can see that. Wow.
Yeah, that is a snowboard. Yeah. Sorry.
This is the sandboard here, right?
That is the sandboard.
Wow.
That is a real sandboard. That is a special material. And that is from Brazil.
Oh,
there you go.
I'm so glad to hear.
Sponsored by Brazil tonight. I love that.
This brand is from Brazil. The shape is from Florianopolis. It's a good friend.
What's the brand name of that board now?
The name is Aya.
Aya
Sandboard.
Spell that.
Aya Sandboard. Yeah, I started to grow in the industry with him also because he was started to come into my country for events and he tried to support some riders who are going to another special performance to do trips, jumps, everything. And yeah, the big difference is the material in the base. And that's we use that the material is melamina. Melamina is a material maybe years ago. This material, the people use it in the kitchen, for example, for the furniture. So yeah, that's this material is possible to ride more fast. But every time when we are riding on the dunes, each time we need to put wax also. Yeah.
Okay, I can see. I was going to ask you where people can purchase sandboards and sand skis, but now I know in Brazil. Guys, come to Brazil and buy your sandboards.
I love it.
Yeah.
But where else people can find? Like people can find online in other countries. How it works?
Yeah, where the people come to practice sandboarding? Sure.
Buy a sandboard.
Sandboard. Sorry. Sure.
Yes, buy one.
Yeah. For example, in Brazil, this shape is in our community is very famous because they do a special board for good performance. He delivered for all continents for people who want to try. For example, I was talking with him the last weekend. He was preparing a board for New Zealand, for example, and the other board for Russia. Also depends where you want to practice the sandboard. I can give you some spots where to buy. For example, there are shapers or stores in Chile, Brazil, Peru, Mexico, also in USA, in Oregon, in Dubai, for example, is a big industry in Dubai, very good store, and also in Arabia Saudite and Australia too. So the idea is where you, for example, in your case, you can find three shapers, 3 stores where you can buy a board. Yeah.
Let me ask you, Martin, what are the most popular places for sandboarding and sand skiing around the world?
Well, Brazil. I love that so much.
I think
Yeah.
there might be more, but go ahead. You answered it.
No, Brazil is one of my favorite country to ride because the sand is very, very special. Is that for me? It's the sand in Brazil is the most beautiful sand to ride. Only the problem is very short, very small dunes. But when you do a jump, you feel like on the snow because it's very close to the beach, so in the coast. But the most popular region to do sandboarding is South America in general. Peru, Chile, Brazil, Argentina are the most popular places to practice sandboarding. But Central America, Mexico, for example, and USA, Oregon, in Germany, for example, there is coming the new European Sandboard Championship. Dubai, Morocco, Spain, also in Arabia Saudi, of course. There are countries, for example, people don't imagine it's possible to do sandboarding because Bolivia, for example, Bolivia have dunes and they practice sandboarding too, but also for recreational or for touristic service too.
Wow. A lot of places. Yeah.
Right? And we didn't know, and they are around the world, mainly here in South America. So I'm very glad to hear, you know.
Well, we got
I
Oregon.
guess
We got Oregon in the United States.
yeah.
Yippee!
Yeah, Oregon is one of the first Sandmaster Park. Is
Oh,
the
wow.
Oh,
We are very proud of Oregon with Long Bale because he started to build a sand park, and after to try to promote the sandboarding around the world too.
Cool.
that's very cool. And what's the International Sandboarding and Sandski Association?
Yeah. After to develop the sandboarding in my country, I start to know people from another countries with the connection with the snow, and it's very interesting because when I start to when I started to work with the Swiss embassy to promote the culture of snowboard and ski, I started to know people from Switzerland. Also, my wife is from Switzerland too. When I arrived to Switzerland, I met with all the people who I met in Peru, and we start to talk to promote more international the sandboarding and Sandski, and that's was when we start to found the International Sandboarding and Sandski Association, Intersands. No, that was the idea. The aim to Intersand is to promote and develop more the sandboarding around the world.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You know, you're a sandboarding consultant for several major corporations, and you also have a connection between, you know, this Peru and Switzerland thing. Tell us about that. What's that all about?
Yeah, just now is the 5 years ago, for example, the winter were 5 6 years ago. The winter were very very. In Europe, for example, there were so much snow, and the industry of snowboarding or the brands like Red Bull or other brands, big brands, started to see special projects with the riders. So that is how I start to give my advice for these companies to do snowboarding but on the sand. So I did many productions for television, for brands, companies,
Wow.
because the riders, when they start to ride on the sand, they feel very, very bad because it's not the same.
Yeah.
And for productions, the most important is the time. Also, I've been to Jordania, for example, Morocco,
Oh.
round trip to Peru from Sapporo for one production, 3 days to Peru, round trip from Switzerland to Peru for a special production, only to ride one dune, only for the special color of the dune we've been in Peru, because they edition for special clothes with this color of the dune. So, and that was very interesting.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You guys took it higher and like real. That's so cool. That's nice to see someone involved that way in a sport
Yeah.
and make that become so well known. And talking about that, are there sandboarding and sand skiing competitions in other parts of the world?
Yeah, I started to promote the competitions in Peru, in my country. But just now is coming the, for example, European Sandboard Championship in Germany. This spot is very important in the community of sandboarding, because here the people in Germany, or the organizer, have the culture of snowboarding. So the technology for the race, for the tracks, slalom, border cross, are very interesting. It's very fun too. But also the in South America, I said, is the most popular place to do sandboarding. And just now, I can say Chile is growing very, very good in a good performance to organize events. The last weekend, for example, there was a event in Chile. Peru, I am going to Peru to try to talk with the authorities to try to do the next World Cup the next year. Uh,
No.
but my trip to Peru is also to try to meet the people of the community of sandboarding. It's coming people from Brazil, from Chile, and I am going with people from Europe to Peru to try to talk more about what is coming in the future for sandboarding, on what we can do it, what project is coming, and what project is possible to do together to try to growing more the sport in the direction to do more professional, to use that also for the future generation.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so.
I
Sorry,
can see
go
this.
ahead.
I can see this in the Olympics. What do you think, Maya?
Right? I am with you. Yes, I'm excited.
Why
And
not? Yeah.
right, why not? And if you need someone in Brazil to try to create a competition here, I will be so happy to be part of that.
No, I have a lot connection in Peru, in Brazil.
That's cool. That's cool. I really hope that you guys can make it here in Brazil and let me know, because I am going for sure because I want to see it in person. That's so cool.
I love it.
And what are the most common injuries you see in sandboarding and sand skiing? I am sure you hurt your skin when you fall down,
Yeah.
right? But what
Yeah,
else? Like knee problems? Like what?
yeah,
I'm thinking sand burns. I can see those. Like, what do you get? Raspberries, we call them, right? Remember those?
yeah. The big difference between the snowboarding in the snow, when you fall, maybe you slide very easy, but when you fall in the sand, it's sticky. No, it's very depends how fast you go, or how speed are you going, because that is very important to know where are you practice sandboarding. For example, if you practice for the first time, it's very important to have an instructor. That is the reason because I started my company in Peru, because there isn't in this time there weren't instructor or company especially to give instruction for other people. But the injuries more is not frequently, but maybe when you fall, maybe don't bruise nothing, but in 1 week maybe you say, that is because I fall in the sun. But in competitions, normally the clavicle. Yeah,
Oh,
here that
Oh,
is the more fragile bones in our body. So usually when you go so much speed, usually probably the clavicle is the most frequently
wow.
injury.
So that's like skiing. You can get some broken bones like in skiing then.
Yeah.
Interesting. Martin, what accomplishments have contributed to the growth and popularity of sandboarding and sand skiing? What accomplishments, I can say that, accomplishments have contributed to the growth of these two things?
Yeah, sorry. Can you repeat?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So what has all been done? What accomplishments have you made that help these two sports grow and be as popular as they are? What kind of things have you accomplished in that way?
I think uh, my I can I say it, if some people come to know the history of snowboarding, the snowboarding growing is only example for the community, the people who practice and is very close to. For example, I am going to Peru just now. I am very happy to know people from Chile, Brazil, and people from Europe is coming with me only because they are very interesting to know more about the community and to know more people. That is how the sandboarding is growing because when we do these events, for example, the Sandboard World Cup or whatever event, just now I am going to do only expedition and inviting everybody. The reason is to do a meeting, Sandboard meeting, to promote and to have more ideas in our community to growing more the sport. I think every rider is the most important things to do more in the future. So I think in general the community of sandboarding is very small but very strong. And it's the reason because just now I know many people around the world. And it's because probably I do many events. I like to do events to meet the people in one place, and they are very happy to when I announce events to try to go there. No.
Yeah. You do a lot of work. You do a lot of traveling to make these things possible, from what I understand. Is that right?
Yeah. I travel a lot. I like to travel. I try to travel because one of my passion is to try to give back what the sport gave me too. So I want to try to give my experience opportunities for other people, other kids, other future generation, other young people. For example, I have a project in Peru called Sun Kids, and I meet kids from 12 years old, and just now after 10 years they have his school or company, and they are instructors, and they have a work to give opportunity to other people.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
that's so cool. Yes, you have accomplished lots for make sandboarding, sandski grow in the world, around the world. So
Yeah.
that's very cool. And now the most important question. Juan, are you ready?
The most important. She's always ready for photos. She is. I love. See, we get to do these notes and nobody sees us, but we have this, behind the scenes here text. She's
Yeah.
always ready for photos. It says.
Always.
I love it. I love it.
And are you ready, everyone? I want to see the pictures. I want to see photos. There
There
we
we go.
go.
Yeah.
The sand
Yes.
rock stars, guys. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
That looks pretty cool. I like this. I like the gear. Those look like skiing boots too, though, don't they?
Yeah,
What are we
so
looking? What are we looking at here, Martin? Help us. Guide us through this. Narrate this for us. Is he there?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. What are we looking at here, Martin?
Just now that is in Where is that? That is in the big dunes of the world, 2 kilometers. I did an event there, and I am close to a rider from Chile. He is helping me to build a track.
Very
That's
cool.
cool. Is it Wakachina?
Yeah, that is Huacachina also, but always when there is a competition in Huacachina, we try to go to visit other dunes too.
Oh, okay. That's so cool, so beautiful.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
love those pictures.
All right. It's so
I am
cool.
here with trying. I did my front flip in Acari in the south of Huacachina, for example, is 9 hours from Lima. That is one of the first event I promote in this dune. That is the longest dunes to ride on the world, 2 kilometers, and that is an event in the base of the dune to invite the local people, to see what is sandboarding.
How
You know,
cool.
for those of you in the radio broadcast and who will be listening to this audio only podcast, Martin is upside down with sand flying through the air. He's upside down on this sandboard, and it's just incredible. It looks very cool.
Right? And 2 kilometers, that's a long way down.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh my gosh.
And kids, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I was. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, they are the first generation of my project, Sun Kids. Just now everybody is working in sandboarding. They are instructor. They have himself a school in Huacachina now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why does that one kid get a box? Is he special, or did he win something there?
they win. Yeah, there was the first event for young generation,
Okay.
and everybody was here with me in Switzerland too with a special project.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
see the gold. I didn't see the gold medal around his neck, and so I was just kind of curious about that.
That's cool that you are creating opportunity for
Yeah.
people.
Very
Like not like in general, like it's nice to create opportunity to kids. And I know how hard it is here in South America. We are always trying to make kids go to the right path, and sports always it is the best way of doing that. So that's very nice of you creating opportunity for young kids to be able to work and do stuff like that, like so nice.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is also in Acari. That is people. Yeah, the guy from the right side is from Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil, Chile, Peru, and that was the first event in this tour, no?
That's
That's
very cool.
cool.
Yeah.
You guys look like having so much fun.
Yeah. Always when there is an event in sandboarding, it's very. I am waiting only for the end. I am the organizer, but I am waiting only for the party close.
This is the
That's
most fun you can have without beer, I think, right?
well, when it's end, you
Yeah.
can
There
have
you
a
go.
beer for
There you
sure,
go.
and pisco sour, and
Yeah,
Is this
exactly.
for the sandboarding kids or sand kids? Is it?
Yeah,
Still
they are the Sun Kids.
cool.
There was before an event also too, and I am here in the right side looking and talking about what is the event, and always trying to say be careful, because yeah, any injury is the responsibility of us, because I try to say to the parents, we care for the kids.
Yeah.
So
That's good for you that you do that. You watch out for
yeah,
them. When I was a
ex-
kid, they just said, "Hey, good luck, kid. You're on your own. Don't come back here if you get hurt."
oh
yeah.
my gosh.
don't blame us if you get hurt.
Well, Latin parents, they are very like caring.
That's cool. Yeah, walk it off. Juan says that's it. I used to get that. Yep, walk it off. Hit in the head with a baseball. Walk that off.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool you guys do the kids down there. Yeah. Broken ankle. Walk it off. Yeah. Same. Yeah. Another.
Yeah, here is 2016 in Huacachina also for the Sandboarding Cup, Sandboarding Peru Cup. And that's was the most important event in Peru, the National Cup. And many riders from different cities of Peru coming to this place for the competitions. Yeah, that is. And in the middle, there is was a representation of the Swiss embassy to see our work about what we are doing on the dunes with snowboarding on the dunes. Yeah,
you're like an international ambassador, Mark. I love it. Oh, I love it. Here we go.
I love that.
In action.
Yeah, I like this. This is my one of my first professional photo. That was from a guy from Hungary, maybe, or Holland. I don't remember exactly. But he was taking pictures, and in this time, nobody can to take me pictures. I was riding. I don't was with telephone or anything. And I hear always with in my hand, no, what was no good. Also in my legs, but yeah, it's nice picture. Yeah, that was one of my first professional pictures because I have also in a good quality. I don't know where, but it's in one disc pen drive.
Martin, this is the picture that was in Sports Illustrated that prompted me to do this episode and to contact you. This picture right here.
Oh, really? It's a really like a rock star picture, actually.
I made that up about not Rolling Stone, the Sports Illustrated, but this is the picture.
That is with my first snowboard. I remember just now. That is when I started to ride with my first snowboard.
Wow.
That's so cool. Beautiful picture.
The man is very handsome too. And that is in Germany. Yeah, that is exactly with the board. I have the board here.
Yeah.
We need to be with a lot of protection because the sun is like a mountain. The sun is very special. It's not like Brazil or any sun like the beach. If you fall, maybe you have injury. So yeah, that is in Germany. That is where is coming the European Sandboard Championship in July.
Well, yes, like I can see in the picture that the sand is like bigger and harder than the ones I can see here for sure. Such a cool picture.
Yeah.
Well,
that's is when I started. I was with jeans, that is. I say to my friend from Lima to try to bring a surfboard to try because the history of sandboarding started. There are many histories, but the most popular is that starts in Brazil, in California too, when the surfers come to in front to the beach. There were so many dunes, and they start to slide on the dunes with a board with a surfboard.
I can see them do that in California.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here was for the Sandboard World Cup, and the first Sandboard World Cup. Yeah, exactly.
So you have kind of a rock star he is. He's surrounded by these two beautiful women, and they're probably waiting for his autograph.
That is the prize. That is for the winners.
That's the winner's prize. I love it. Oh, that's funny. Sign me up. There we go. This is the one I wanted you to explain. I go, what in the hell are we looking at here?
That is with the table with a board. With I started. I just now this board. The people use this board only for sunslate to go lie down, and you go down like Namibia, for example. There are very popular table for riding lie down like me. Wow. But I did this picture only for fun. But for me, I am very scared when I ride like this, because I don't think
so. I would think that's a good way to just injure yourself or get a mouth or face full of sand, man. I don't know, but yeah, it looks cool, but looks a little dangerous. A little dangerous. What do you think? Am I right?
Oh yeah, you can break a teeth.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. And how do you stop when you're like that? When you're face first down, there's no brakes. Maybe you could just drag your feet behind and like kind of slow down. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no stop. Your head is the stop.
That's what I'm thinking. And this probably would break your, you both of these would break your wrists.
But it looked like fun though.
Yeah, it does. That's awesome, Martin. It's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for sharing. That's my favorite part. And the guys know that's why they're making fun of me, because I love seeing the pictures. And Martin, where can people contact with you online?
Yeah, usually I use just now Instagram, martin.sandsnow, or my website, sandsnow.ch, from Switzerland. Yeah, or sandboardperu.com. .com. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Well, Martin, listen, we want to thank you for being our guest here this evening. It's a pleasure having you on the show. And this is an episode, real quickly, this is an episode that I've wanted to do for about a year and a half now. Well, about a year now. About a year, a little over a year. And I couldn't find anyone that could do it that could speak English. And I thought, finally, I got Martin. I go, yes, man, we're going to get to do this episode. So thank you so much for making this happen. So making this episode come to fruition for us here.
Thank you very much. And now my English is not the best. It's always a challenge.
No, you rock, man. You rock for sure. It's awesome. And we're pleasure to have you here, Martin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. And, your English is better than mine. So you are fine. And thank you very much for being here. It's always nice to share a little bit of South America for the world. So thank you very much for your time and for everything you have done for the sport.
Yeah. And best of luck to you, Martin. We really appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Well, we just want to say thank you, Martin. And tonight's episode is our last weekly broadcast. Going forward, we'll be doing special feature episodes exclusively. So that's what we're going to be doing from now. You won't see us here live next week. Maya and I will be drinking beer. I'm joking. But we won't be here live next week. But these special feature episodes will only be available on our YouTube channel. That's CW Gets Outdoors, CWGOETZ Outdoors. So please subscribe to our channel and then select notify so that you won't miss any of those episodes. It'll give you an alarm. I guess that's how it works. Lastly, I want to thank Dean Piper, owner of Talk4 TV and W4CY Radio, for your advice, your feedback, your coaching, and of course the opportunity to do a show here. That you provided me to do a show here, which started out to be a radio show 4 years ago and then turned into the streaming television show. Appreciate that opportunity that you've given me here. So that's been 4+ years. I also want to acknowledge my previous producers, Rebel and Roxy, and of course our current amazing Superman producer and engineer, Juan Garcia, who has done an excellent job of engineering the show each week. And Juan, we truly appreciate all that you have done for us and for your professionalism. And I also want to thank my wonderful, amazing friend and co-host, Ms. Maya Marzaki. And just you really brought a lot to the show, and I really appreciate that. A little over a year ago, you're in 3-4 months ago now. So,
Yeah. Well, I cannot thank you enough for believing on me, for teaching me so much, for the patience, for the friendship, and for everything that was possible just because of you. We had so much fun in the same time we traveled. I learned like lots about so much stuff. So I cannot thank you enough to believing on me more than I was believing on me. So yeah, so thank you very much for the opportunity. And yes, I'm looking forward to the next trip.
yeah, well, you're quite welcome, first of all. And secondly, we are planning some trips. We got invited back to, just for everybody, we got invited back to Aruba again this year. We're going to do another feature and a little something a little different there this year. We also got and there's a potential there for us to do a trip of a property or with a property that they now have in Dominican Republic. So they've asked us to, if we would consider that, and I think we will. And so, someplace I've never been. And then we've got the UTMB in Brazil that they've wanted us to do this race last year, and we didn't get to. Kind of a little too close to make everything work, but we've been working on this one this year since January. So I think we're going to try to make that happen this year. So we've got some opportunities before us, and you'll see us again. Just won't see us every week live like we have been for the past Maya, you and I for the past over a year now. But but we've really enjoyed it and enjoyed bringing this show live every week, and it's been a lot of fun. Juan is Superman, and Juan, why don't you jump on here real quick? I know you got another show to do, but jump on, let everybody see our wonderful producer, how handsome this gentleman is. Let's see if he'll pop on here.
Did you shower? Did you ready for that?
I didn't tell him that he would be on this, but pop on here real quick, Juan. Don't be shy.
He didn't tell me anything.
There he is. There he is.
No.
I love it. What a handsome dude, man. And, you just won't find a more handsome, more talented engineer and producer than this man right now.
And with a great voice.
Yes, a great voice. And understand he's single and available, women. So
there you go.
Call the station,
If you're ever in my neck of the swamp, just let me know.
Yeah. You know what? We just may do that. Surprise you one of these days. Yeah, absolutely.
I will.
So, well, and thanks to the station, thanks Dean Piper, everything. Really, you guys are amazing there, and really appreciate it all. So this special feature thing, those are going to be recorded. So we don't have the need for an engineer and all that kind of good stuff, but we will miss all of this. I assure you. So
yeah, I have so much fun and I learn so much, and I love meeting new people, and I love being here with you guys. So I'm going to miss that very much. I'm kind of lost because I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
There's cachaça.
Yeah, cachaça is a good point.
Give her some ideas, right? Yeah. So. Well, kids, it's been a lot of fun. I definitely will miss you on and all that kind of good stuff. I'll still see Maya. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Yeah. Well, so for now, this is CW Gets saying, along with Maya Marzaki for the last time live weekly show, saying thanks for tuning in to Outdoors People. See you next time.
Ciao.